It's the Rob and Steve Show! Here are your hosts, Rob and Steve.
Rob and Steve. And Nick. Hello, Nick.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Hello,
Nick.
Rob.
Yeah. Hey, Steve.
We're live. Welcome to Wednesday evening again, folks. The Rob and Steve Show. Special, I suppose you can say. To be honest with you, Nick, you're our first live guests that we've had. We've had other guests, but they've been pre-recorded. We generally do a pre-recorded interview, but we just thought, for the show that's in it, we'll go live tonight. Just because you're a busy man, it's hard to track you down. Thank you very much for joining us.
And the audience can ask live questions too. If they have any questions, they can ask live.
Okay. Where do you see all the people?
Okay, so if you look right-hand side, are you using a laptop or a cell phone?
No, I'm on my phone, actually.
Right. So there should be a little box that says comments. If you click on that, it should pop. All the comments should pop up from the live crowd. We have a few people out there. You're all very welcome. Thank you very much.
There's chat.
There is chat. There's a live chat
there's
there.
Lots of chat going on.
Failing that,
I can't see
we'll
any
just
comments,
shout them out to you.
I suppose people are still joining anyway.
Yeah, I think with a cell phone, it's a little bit tricky anyway. It works, but there's about 25, 30 people there at the moment. So they're all ready to ask questions. But tonight is all about Maker Central 2021, which I'm looking forward to anyway. Rob's still not sure
I don't know what's
going to
be able
to get over. Yeah.
Sure.
Like I was saying, I've been off all year. I actually go back for safety training on Friday because I'm unsafe, and then possibly back to work the following week. I don't know. We're going to see, but hopefully I am. But
cool. Yeah, it'd be great to see you at the show, buddy. Yeah, it'd be great.
I don't know what the travel situation is going to be like, but if I can get over there, I'd love to get over there. So there's definitely lots of people in the UK. And obviously from wherever else they're coming from that I'd like to meet up with.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so I mean, Nick, we know that you're a busy man. We're not going to keep you on for very long. We're just going to kind of get to the guts of it, get to Maker Central, hopefully put a few people's minds at rest with how the show is, the organising is going at the moment. And all we're asking is just tell us what you know, and we can go from there, I think the best thing is just to hand it over to you and kind of say to you, like, where are we at the moment? It's definitely going ahead anyway. You've got the green light.
Definitely. So we've got the green light from the NEC, which obviously was our main kind of like, wanted to make sure that the NEC would allow us to do the show, and we can do shows, we can run shows. And obviously we were waiting for, government announcements for all that to happen and stuff. So that, that obviously come out, and we've had to move it a couple of times, which is, I know it's a pain in the bum for a lot of people, but, we want to do it as best as we can, and we want to do it as safe as we can. And we can only really make announcements when we've got the correct information, and it's not as easy as just kind of NEC going, you can run it, and then we can go, hey, everyone, right, come. We want to basically give everyone the right information about, the safety, the COVID procedures and things. We want to do things properly. I mean, I do things properly. I've always done things that way. So it has been a bit of delayed before, and I know some people are thinking, well, why has there been no announcements? But we do make a lot of announcements, like little ones on our Instagram page. So go and check us out on there.
All the links are down in the description, by the way, to all of the pages. So we recently opened up a little shop, which we've worked very closely with all of the exhibitors, or not all, but I mean, all the stuff in the shop is all from our exhibitors to help them out and to help us out, and obviously there was a bit of like confusion around that. I think that people were going, well, hang on a minute, that sounds a bit weird. What if we get to the show, then you're going to be competing against all the exhibitors? Well, no, we're actually working with them. So actually it's beneficial to them, because basically we're selling their stuff for them throughout the whole year. And also that helps us out, because it gives us a tiny little margin as well to help us run and keep the show running, because obviously, it's not cheap. there's not a lot of, yeah, exactly. It's not cheap to run the show. So that we thought the shop was quite good because we're sort of giving out really sort of cheap wholesale kind of prices and we got a membership program running as well, and that obviously again helps make central, but also gives you guys back, you know, some really cheap goods that you save the membership fee immediately, you know, if you bought one thing. So happy days, you know. So, you know, those types of things have just kept us rolling. But you know, the show's on. Everyone that's on the show, that's on the makers list, is confirmed as coming. But obviously, you know, it is subject to them being able to travel here. So, you know, Jimmy, I've been speaking to Jimmy. I speak to Jimmy quite often. Bobby and Peter Brown. You know, I'm in regular contact with these guys because, you know, I've just got to know them quite well. You know, and they've all confirmed to me that they are coming as long as, you know, they can get here, you know. So if their government says you can't fly, or if our government says you can't come in, then there's nothing we can do about that. That is in our terms and conditions. It is on the website. So, but the people confirmed, you know, they are coming. April Wilkinson's coming. Matt Cremona's coming. You know, we've got big players that are coming as well. You know, Triton Tools are putting on a massive display. Axminster, they're going to be there. These are massive companies. I know I saw some comments, obviously, about all these big companies that are dropping out. Well, there's only been one big company that's dropped out. So, you know, it's quite difficult to, you know, we are inevitably going to have a few people that can't make it. Record Power obviously can't make it. They're one of the biggest companies that are not coming. But, you know, it's just, it's been tough for them. They haven't done any shows this year, you know, and they just can't make it. They just can't. It's too much work for them to do. So we've moved their stand on to next year for them. But, you know, we've already filled a few spaces up there. So, you know, inevitably we are going to have a few people that drop out. But I mean, this is a big show. You know, it's a huge show. We've got a massive hall with 200 something stands. We've already sold 143 of them. So I mean, and that's to about 75 or so exhibitors. And out of that, we've had, I'd say, probably about 5, 6, maybe 7 pull out. But there may be a few more. Maybe they haven't phoned us yet. I don't know. But I don't think that's a really massive concern. And I think at the end of the day, if we did fall right back to only having 10 exhibitors there or 20 or something, then, well, we wouldn't run the show. It wouldn't be viable for us to run the show. You know, it wouldn't be viable for anyone else to come to the show. So we certainly are not those type of people that would, you know, we want to do the best by everyone, by the community. We put this show on not to make money, you know. We put it on for the community. That's what I started it for, you know, because I love the community that I'm in, and I've been to a few shows, and I thought I could do this better because that's kind of me, really. I like to try and challenge myself and do things and stuff. So, so you know, I was really quite excited to create the show with help from, you know, my other colleagues and stuff, and you know, so we've always just wanted to do it for the people, you know. That's what we're doing. That's why we brought out this app, which we've been working on for 2 years, due to be launched at the show 2020, but COVID happened, so that was a right scupper for us. We had a few bits to do on it, and then we run out of cash. so we had to put that on the back burner. We were like, oh my god, you know what I mean? We've kind of put a lot into this app. We kept it all quiet, hush, 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 you know, because we didn't really want to say anything because it might not have never happened, you know what I mean? So my phone's gonna run out of battery in a second, so I'm gonna plug this in. Let me plug you in. There we go.
That was nice.
Oh yeah, sure. It was good for me.
You felt that, did you, Steve?
I did. It was right.
Didn't feel a thing, mate.
Now. So anyway, as I was saying, so yeah, the app, it will be out hopefully this time at the show. And it's a free app and things. So, I mean, you know, we've done that for the community. There's loads of things in there. We've tried to take in benefits from people out there that said what they'd love to see from a maker app, and it's all about projects. You know, following projects. You upload projects. You can upload lots of stuff on there. You know, about how you've done the project, what materials you used. You know, so it helps other makers. Like, cause it's great to see stuff. Like, oh, that's brilliant. But how did he make it? What did he use?
Yeah.
You know, so this shows you chose all the materials. You makers can put your own affiliate links in there and earn money from that, which is brilliant. Which Amazon, not Amazon, which Instagram don't let you do. So that's quite cool. You can do audio files as well. So if you're a bit shy on the camera, you don't want to do that, that's fine. You can just upload an audio and say, check this out, guys. I just made this. Hope you like it. Little description. So it's got some really cool features in it. Later on down the line, we'll have some sponsorships in there from companies. So if the app grows, then companies like Record Power or Triton or whatever can sort of sponsor you from it. So we've done that for the love of the community. You know, I mean, I think it's going to be amazing. So, but I digress because I waffle a little bit. So
never.
But no, not now and again I do. So I don't know where they get this from. But everyone seems to think I talk a lot, but it's just no idea where they get this from. But anyway, as I was saying, but no, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, and this might shock a lot of people, but I don't actually get involved too much in the show anymore. I was quite involved in the first two, but I dropped off of it from this one. So we were ready for the show for 2020, but that was done by my two colleagues, who unfortunately had to go on furlough and stuff. But so we've had to furlough them. We've only been coming in part time, but I haven't been involved too much really. So I know what's going on. Do you know what I mean? But I'm sort of in the background a bit, So I've dropped back a bit because I didn't want to be doing it all the time really. So these guys taking over. They're really great guys, but there's only two. And again, a lot of people think we're some massive company. But we're not. We're just two people, in a little tiny office, and like there's no money in the business, apart from the money that comes in the business goes straight back out, so it feeds itself. And I saw a few comments today that these people out here, they make the show. Yeah, you do. Without you guys, there would be no show. So that's completely right. So the money comes in from ticket sales. This, Steve. You've done it before.
Yeah.
And it goes straight back out because that's how we pay for all the attractions. That's how we pay for all the stalls. That's how we pay the NEC. The NEC, like to hire that hall, is 60 grand. That's just the empty hall. That's it. And we've given them that money. We've paid them that money, and they and I don't want to slag off NEC, but there's no refunds for NEC. No refunds. No, there's no money coming back from that. There's this hall. It's yours. We know it's COVID, but you can move it, but that's all you can do. So, and that's the same for the contractors and everything else. So, but so we had no money to give out kind of people refunds. But to be honest, pretty much 90% of the community have been absolutely amazing. They've all been like really understanding, and they've been really nice. We've moved everyone's tickets. So again, that's another question people keep popping up with, but we have announced this. We have sent out mail shots and things, but everyone's tickets is valid. Every exhibit stands are valid. We're not going to just take it away from you and just take the money and go down the pub with it. You know what I mean?
There's no pubs open anyway.
There's no pubs open, exactly. So how am I supposed to spend it? So there is no money, guys. There's no money there. So and the money that we get in, now just goes straight back out again. Because we've still got lots to do, lots to pay for. There's so many things that we have to do to get this show put on. So, but again, everyone's been pretty cool about it, and they've been like, great, no worries. Don't worry about, refunds. That's cool. We're just, as long as the ticket's valid for 2021, or 2022, then that's fine. And yeah, of course it is. So yeah, all tickets are fine. If you've lost your ticket, let us know. We will email you a new ticket. No worries. And so if it turns up and it says 2020 on it, we're not going to go, mate, you weren't here. I
lost mine, Nick.
Show. You know what I mean? You weren't here for the 2020 show, mate, so I'm sorry, you can't come in. It's going to take 2020 on it, but it's valid for 2021. It's fine. You know what I mean? So we're not nasty people. I'm not like it, it's just, and if there has been errors, that we make mistakes. People make mistakes. If there has been some errors with the website. It's not perfect. Websites are a nightmare, and there has been a few hiccups, and a few people's stands have been moved about. A few people's stands weren't on there for some reason. I don't know why, but it's not a problem, and also sounds like I'm talking really fast, but I'm not. It's just the way I talk.
But anyway, it's like
you're excited, Nick. You're passionate.
I am. If you're in the middle of somewhere and we've had a couple of cancellations around you, and now you're sat on your own, we're not just going to leave you there in the middle of nowhere, so that you can just sit there and smile at everyone in the distance. It's just not going to happen. We will move your stand so that you're in the bunch of everyone else, or we'll fill other stands up around you. We've got 3 months left yet. So, and most of our sort of sales will come in probably around about 6 weeks before the show. That is exactly what happens. So we get like
what happens.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and you can confirm that, Steve. You'll get a few bits and pieces that will come in. Stands will book. Then suddenly 6 weeks to sort of 5 weeks comes, 4 weeks comes. People are booking and booking. Stands are booking. So I still reckon it will be a sellout show if I'm honest, but I can't guarantee that. But if I'm honest, things are going pretty well with stands. We booked another one today. We booked 3 new stands last week. And the map will be changed on the site, but we can't just do that. It's not something that we can just go, there you go, do that. We've got to check it with the NEC. We've got to check it with the contractors. We've got to check it with the health and safety. We've got to now check it with COVID stuff. And then we've got to get the website guy to add it to the website. And we have to go through all these people, and it just takes so long. So what we want to do is update the map. We're then going to phone all of the exhibitors, which we have been doing. But again, it just takes ages. So if you haven't had a call yet, you will be getting a call, but it just takes so long because you'll talk to someone and they'll have a ton of questions, which is fine. But there's only 2 people there. We haven't got like 20 telemarketers, so it takes time. So yes, we might not have got hold of you yet. We might not have spoken to you in a few months. We haven't because we're just so busy, but we're going to get round to doing that. And we have to do it in a process. So we phone everyone, then we'll update all the map. Then we will send out a mail shot, and the mail shot's coming out soon. That will explain loads of other things, and then we'll do a little announcement video. So it all comes out in little but we've got to do it the right way. That's all. So the best way, if you have any concerns, if anyone out there watching me, going on at the moment,
that's why you're here.
That's why I'm here. Exactly. Yeah, exactly that. So, cheers.
Yeah, cheers.
If anyone has got any concerns, the best thing to do is pick up the phone. Do the old-fashioned way. Do you know what I mean? But just pretend we don't have like.
I remember those. I remember those things.
What's going on with me stand? Oh right, okay, great. Thank you very much. Bye bye. That's it. Job done.
Yeah.
Finish. Over.
I must say this as an exhibitor this year. Whenever I've had a question with your guys, I communicate. I communicate through email. It's just the easiest way for me to do it.
That's fine.
Whenever I've communicated, it might not be the very next day that I get it, but it's at least within 2 days that I get reply. The questions are all answered, and then there's their questions to me. It's all been very smooth. I've never had any problems with the guys. It's been, and they've been fair, very fair. So, and I've always been kind of updated with what's going on. So,
phone us up, email us, and that is it. That's it, really. We will then try to accommodate as much as we can for everyone. I mean, there might be people out there that don't like the show or don't like me. That's going to happen again. But at the end of the day, we're all just normal, nice people. We're just trying to do as best we can, and we will do the best we can, and if people aren't happy with it, just let us know what they're not happy with, and we'll try to accommodate as much as we can. If you can't make it, that's fine. We'll move your stand to next year. That's not a problem. Or we'll move it around wherever you want to be. There's loads of things that we can do. Everything's not all set in stone, but we have paid out all the money to the contractors, all the money to NEC, and all that money is gone now. It's all in there. So we've got to, we've got to understand that we've paid all these people, and we have to liaise with them to make sure that they're happy with changes, things like that. But it's fine, we run the show, we make the changes. That's not a problem. But it just takes so long. That's all. I don't want to upset anybody, or that's not what we put the show on for. That's the complete opposite of what we want to achieve. It's such a great show. If people that have been there, but then people if they're worried about us like not having a great show this time. This is what people said to us about the first show that we did. You know, there's loads of talk about, oh, there's no way these guys. Have you heard about this thing? They're going to put on this massive show with like loads of people.
Been there, heard that.
So funny. You know what I mean? They're not going to make that. You know, and then when we got there, NEC were like, my God, I've never seen such a crowd before. What have you done? How have you done this? You know, and like, but we're good. We come from a sales and marketing background, so we're good at this stuff. This is what we've been doing all of our life. You know what I mean? So we're very good at sales. We're very good at marketing. You know, so that's our kind of keys, sort of like core kind of like, you know, abilities and skills sort of thing. So we're confident, you know, we'll be phoning other people up as well to try and get people to come on board, but we want the community to help us as well as much as we can. So if you know a company that would want to come, bring them along, you know what I mean? So you know, we again, we do have to adjust the map, because there has to be some COVID spacing in there now, so the map will change. And we will have to drop out some stands, but I think that we could have fitted in there about 200 plus stands. You know, that's a lot of stands. So, you know, we may have to drop off, you know, a few empty ones, but that's fine. You know, it's not really a problem. It's still going to be a packed show, I reckon. You know, but again, it's all dependent upon the COVID restrictions. If we get to a point, you know, as time goes on, and then suddenly Boris says, sorry, mate, we're going back in the lockdown, then no, we can't run the show. But no one's going to lose their money. You know, your money's safe. It's there. We'll do the show. But if we have to move it again, we have to move it again. But we don't want to.
And it's nobody's fault.
No,
I think,
you know, it's like,
I think
like,
it's out of your hands,
I didn't
really.
put COVID out there. You know, it's like, it's not.
Exactly.
We have to just go by what the government says. So, but so far, the UK is looking great. You know, we're all on target, as everyone knows, that everyone's going well. A lot of people have had vaccinations. By August, I reckon we'll be like, probably, because the NEC will, you know, they release the, what's the word I'm looking for? Like they're sort of loosen the restrictions as time goes on.
Yeah.
You know, so that means we can have more people in. We can have more exhibitors. The COVID space, it might be a bit smaller, you know, and things like that. But at the moment, it's like, you know, you've got to make sure it's like 10 meters apart from everyone else, you know, and like, but so that will get smaller and smaller and smaller, you know. So that was an exaggeration, by the way. You're not going to be 10 meters apart. I think it's 3 meters.
I was going to bring my scooter.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just going to go over and see Jimmy, right? 2 hours later. Oh, I'm here. But you know, so it, you know, it's, I think it's 3 something meters, 3.2 meters or so at the moment. But we reckon that could get a bit smaller, which means we'll have to adjust the map again, you know, and speak to the contractors again and stuff like that. But we're all following the guidelines. So, you know, we reckon the Americans should be able to get over here. You know, there's loads of people coming. There's like Peter Brown, Bobby Duke, Jimmy DeResta, the Hacksmith is coming. Brilliant. You know, but again, you know, they have obviously all voiced their concerns and said, look, you know, we're coming. But obviously, if we can't fly, we're not allowed to fly, then I can't come. You know, but they're coming. You know, so this is going to be great news. You know, so but there's nothing I can do if it can't fly.
We have a couple of questions, Nick, that just kind of flown past that I've kind of remembered. The first question was Daniel Dubois, and he said, "Can you recommend a product for beautiful hair and beards?"
So
Daniel is completely bald, by the way.
Yeah, I've got some really great Zammeti beard oil on the market. So if you need some beard oil, then yeah, I've got some of that.
Boom. And then to the more serious questions, we've had a couple of people, not only in this chat, but I've had a couple of people asking me if for some, I mean, there's some people that the new dates just don't suit them. You know, the original dates were obviously they booked, and then the new dates just don't suit them. Will their tickets still be valid for next year if they genuinely can't come, or is there going to be kind of a refund thing after the show, or how's that going to work, Nick?
Yeah, no, we basically will honour the tickets, really. You know, if they can't make the show, we'll honour the tickets for next year. I think that's what the guys are doing. Like I said, I'm not massively involved in what they're doing at the moment, because I'm doing quite a lot of other projects and things, and working doing YouTube and stuff full time now and stuff. So but I believe, I know 100% all the tickets are honoured for the next show, or even if they can't make the next show, they're still honoured for the following show. So I think I'm not too sure about refunds and things, because it's quite tricky with refunds. You start giving out one refund, we've got to do the same for everyone. So it's we don't want to get mixed up in like, well, he had a refund, but I wasn't offered a refund. So I'm pretty sure that it's tough, because it's all right saying, well, it's only 20 quid, but then if 3,000 people ask for refunds, then we don't have that money, unfortunately, mate. We've already taken out a bank loan, I've already remortgaged my house to do the app, so unfortunately I don't think the bank will let me remortgage my house again.
As long as you haven't remortgaged the cars, that's fine.
No. I've still got my cars. They're all right. They're all good.
I was going to say, you could always skip back a few months in that DeLorean and just erase it all.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
I love my.
I bet you hadn't thought about that one.
It doesn't have the flux capacitor. I know that for a fact. Another question, Nick, is are Robot Wars still going to be there?
Yes, they are. Yeah, they're fully paid up. So yeah, they are. Yeah,
brilliant.
And, they
fantastic.
were.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, and again, that's another thing that we want to bring that to you guys. And so we sort of paid for them to be there. Because we want them to be there. So, but yeah, they're definitely coming. They're confirmed. Yep. And so is the ice sculpture guy, Creation Station.
Fantastic.
Is Colin there?
Colin, we haven't confirmed. No, we haven't really sort of. I wouldn't say asked, but we haven't actually asked him to come, because. Not in a nasty way. He wants to come. But obviously, we want to try and introduce different people there as well. Because obviously, Colin's been there and he's done his thing, which is great. So Hacksmith obviously being there, he's never been there before. So that's just a different. What I mean? It's like a different person to see, like a big.
Yeah.
Kind of
he's busy with the Top Gear crew now. Anyway, he's hit big time.
He's really busy, yeah. But I'm sure that if he has mentioned to me. I spoke to him a few times on the phone. And he has mentioned to me that he if he's available, he would like to come. So
right, yeah, cool. And I know there's another thing that's been kind of floating around the internet, and the dreaded gossip grapevine.
Not about me.
No. It's about the map. You've already explained that the map is going to be updated, but I've heard exhibitors, I've heard punters, and various people saying, look, the map's not changed, but there's things disappeared, and there's this change. You can confirm that the map is not up to date at the moment. It still needs to be changed. So people not to panic.
It needs to be changed. Yeah, that we do know that there's a few people on there that have to come off. So obviously, like Rush of Power, have got to come off, unfortunately, and there's a couple of other ones. And so we have sort of taken a few of those off, because we wanted to try and sort of change the map about a little bit. So we have access to the map. Where we can add and take things off, but changing things around we can't do. That all has to be like authorized and stuff by NEC and then the website guy and things. So, but we've taken a few things off. We're sort of messing around with the map like internally. So no, it's not up to date, and it is a little bit broken at the moment as well, because we've been messing about with it. So we just left it at the moment. There will be a new map. We've got the new layout. So the new layout's coming. We've got that designed. And then the new map will go on with all the new exhibitors that we've just signed up as well. So there'll be some new names there that you haven't seen before, which is good news, which is really good news. Yeah, and obviously there's a lot of people that are coming. Like I say, there was some confusion about Emma Cook not coming, but she's coming, so that's great. There's some confusion about I think Peter Sefton, he seemed to have gone off the map somewhere. I don't know what. It was an error. So, and again, he did mention it was probably an admin error, and it wasn't so much an admin error as a website error, I think. But he'd come in, so there's loads of people coming that, so there's so many companies. Like I say, Axminster are going to be there full force. Triton are going to be there full force. Dremel Tools, they're coming full force. So there's loads of big players there, but also I know that people are on about the little players as well, and it is all about the little players, not all about the big players. It's about everyone. We want a mixed bag of people, but there's loads of little stands there as well. There is lots of little ones, so and we were trying to accommodate as much of these
you know, of the little makers as well, because we know how important it is for those people to come along, and we know that, you know, coming along and losing money at the show is detrimental to those businesses. We know that, you know, so, you know, we don't want that to happen. So, you know, and again, so that brings me back to, you know, we wouldn't put the show on if we thought it was going to be a rubbish show. It just would be pointless for us, you know. It would just be would be detrimental for the brand of Make Essential. So if I thought that it was going to be like rubbish and we were going to have like 100 people walking around and like, you know, 50 stands, then I would say, guys, we shouldn't be doing this show. Let's just call it off. Let's make it 2022. And I'm sure you guys would be fine with that. But that isn't the case. I'd have to phone up 75 maker stands and tell them we're not doing it now. You know, and they were like, well, why? You know, and we've sold a lot of tickets before 2020 show. We've already sold. I mean, I don't know if I should be saying this, but we've already sold nearly 2,000 tickets for just Saturday alone. At this point in time, you know, the NEC, you know, are telling us to slow ticket sales down. You know, so because, you know, if it gets past the threshold, we can't let everyone in. So if you haven't got your ticket, you're not coming because you won't be allowed in.
Yeah.
You know, so it is. But we haven't shouted about that because we don't want people to be discouraged of buying tickets. They think, well, it's, you know, but if sooner or later, if it carries on, we'll have to put sold out, because there'll be too many people at the show. You know, last year we were at a capacity where they were saying, look, it's now 1 in, 1 out, because we can't let many more people in the show, because that's just for safety reasons, not for COVID safety reasons. You know what I mean? Really. So because of the COVID safety reasons, the amount of people allowed in at the moment is smaller. But as time goes on, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So we're okay at the moment, and we can sell a few more tickets at the moment. But, you know, if it gets to a point of like selling 4,000 tickets, then no, we can't have 4,000 people in at this moment, because it's just it's not safe. It's not safe. You can't have it. It's illegal. So, you know, but soon, I reckon in the next couple of weeks, next month, you know, they'll be like, yeah, we're down to level 4 now. Cheers, Boris. You know, and then that restriction will get bigger. So then, or, you know, they will allow more people in. So then we can, but, you know, the rate things are going, we might have to slow down ticket sales, because it's going nuts at the moment.
That's good news.
Which is good news. It is good news.
Exactly.
Good news
for sure.
Yeah, and I'm not just going to tell you that because I don't lie about stuff like that. But, you know, so that is the case. But so I believe it's going to be a sellout show. I think it's going to go crazy, if I'm honest, because people are not only like, they're desperate to come out and actually get to a show and see people. You know, so
Eva in the chat pretty much hit the nail on the head there as well. Nick, is that she said, and for the show that you get, it's not expensive. The tickets aren't expensive compared to other shows, you know. So I mean, that's the thing.
Yeah, I went to a few shows like around the last few shows that we were doing, just to get some ideas and, you know, things like that. And I stopped and spoke to a few maker stands there. We were selling like resin tables, and asked them how much they were spending for a 3x6. I think it was $2.5 grand. $2.5 grand. And I was like, wow. And they were like, yeah, that's how much we paid. And I confirmed it with a few other makers. Ours is like 500 quid or something. Do you know what I mean? So like, it is cheap. We've done this, like, again, we've not done it to try and make a load of cash out of people. We've done it to cover costs and get you and us to the show. If we can cover costs, you know, and cover wages for the two team members, happy days. Do you know what I mean? That's what we want to do. You know what I mean? So,
and keep your house.
Well, yeah.
That second mortgage,
bonus.
Yeah. The one in Spain as well. You know what I mean? So, you know, I've got to keep the pool running there. So, you know, I've got to try and keep tickets out.
It's tough life, man.
It's tough. It's tough out there.
Well, it sounds like the show's going to be good if it goes ahead.
I really do think it is. You know,
it is a good show.
As long as COVID buggers off, you
know,
and everything does well, then I reckon it's going to be such a great place to be. You know, we might have to wear masks and things, and maybe a lot of people will want to wear masks anyway.
Yeah.
You know, we'll have loads of COVID sort of restrictions there, and things like we'll have sanitizing stations, we'll have, you know, we'll have everything possible to keep you safe. You know, we want you to be safe.
Yeah.
You know, we'll do the old zapping as you come in and stuff. You know, and
you know, and we'll make sure everyone is completely safe. So there's no worries about that. You know, we're not just going to try and get everyone in and go for it, guys. You know,
which to be fair, also, Nick, people don't look at that side of things either. That's really expensive getting that stuff set up too, and that's all extra on top of your costs. The fact that your space has been reduced, you've got a distance, your stand numbers have been reduced, and not only that, on top of that, you've got to provide all the sanitizer, all the proper sticker markers, all the dividers, all the safety stuff. That's expensive. I just know from my job in the school, just in the school that I work in, that stuff's really expensive.
It
To
adds
supply.
up, doesn't it?
So it's all
you know, we spend, like I say, we spend thousands and thousands of pounds. You know, there's no spare change. You know what I mean? It's like it comes in, goes out, and if there is spare change, we're like, what else can we do? Let's stick something else in the bag. Yeah, all right, cool. Let's go and make a load of coins. You know, because everyone loves coins, and let's spend 10 grand on them and stick them in everyone's bag. Okay, that's a good idea. So we did. You know what I mean? You know, so we're like, we just spent 10 grand on coins, didn't we? Yeah. Okay. You know, but it's for the making community, and we want to give everyone a coin. All right, no worries. You know what I mean? So, you know, we hope that a lot of people, you know, some people just don't realise that we're doing all this for everyone. Do you know what I mean? It's not we haven't spent like, you know, like we haven't just gone out and down the pub in it. You know, everything goes to the show. Everything, the whole lot goes into the show. If we can make the show better for people, which brings in more people, more trade and more business for people, whatever, we'd do that. You know, we're sticking people's brochures in bags. We're sticking people in magazines and things. We're shouting people out on Instagram, and we don't charge for that sort of stuff. Yeah, obviously there are things that we do charge for, like, you know, if you want adverts and things done, and we can, you know, we obviously charge for those, but it's covering costs. That's all we're doing, you know. So it's just, we just want it to be. I mean, you guys have been to the last two shows. It's been amazing, you know. It's been really good. The community is brilliant, you know, and that there's so many great people in the community, and they've all stuck by us, you know. And I see some of the comments online, you know, recently, and there've been some, you know, it's just been great to see, you know. And there's a few negatives, but I mean, I think definitely the positives outweighed those negatives completely. You know what I mean? 100%. I was like, yeah, come on, guys, let's do this. You know what I mean? So it's brilliant, you know, and that's lovely to hear, you know. So, you know, but we don't want anyone to feel bad about the show and have to vent, you know, things about us, because we're not doing anything bad. You know, we're trying to do what we can. We will make mistakes, but, you know, we rectify them immediately. And we've done 2 shows now, so we pretty much know what we're doing. You know, we've had 2 successful, really good big shows. Yes, I know, no COVID in that. But, you know, I reckon, bear with us, guys. You know, we do surprise a lot of people. You know what I mean? And I reckon you'll get there and you'll go, how the hell have you pulled this one off? You know what I mean? You know,
I think so too.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I'm really, really positive about it. You know, and I hope, hopefully, I'm not going to eat my words, and everyone's going to go, Nick, you said it was going to be amazing. You know, but I, you know, again, if it gets to a point, if it does get to a point where we really feel that it's not viable for anyone, we will tell everyone, we'll announce it, we'll remove the show to next year. If we feel that, you know, that it's going to be a better show and a bigger show next year, then I'll move it, you know, you know, but, you know, because I don't want to do it if we feel that it isn't going to be the best it can be, you know. So I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that to people, you know. It's that will still piss people off by moving the show, but I think for the right reasons, you know. We want to do it for the right reasons, but there's no concern for moving it at the moment, so we're pretty happy. We're all full steam ahead, you know. I say all, two people, you know, full steam ahead. You know, and I got my little kid, you know, he's doing loads of work in there, stacking boxes and stuff. He's four next month, you know, and
Wow.
That was a joke. You missed it.
I know. No, 4.
We don't child labour. No, he's not 4. No. But I mean, you know, we get lots of help, and there's loads of people wanting to help us as well. So anyone can help us. Shout out the show. You know, positive messages on Instagram. Yes, let's go. Make Essential. Come on, guys. Who's coming? You know, any YouTube shout outs, they're always welcome. We will always share those. We'll credit you. We'll shout you out. Come in. any marketing we can do for those people. If you're a business and you want a shout out, just email us and ping me over on Instagram, hit me up. We will get the marketing guys to shout you out. This guy's coming. You've probably seen a post the other day from Trend, another massive company coming, massive Trend. They're coming along. They're going to put on a massive show.
Good.
These guys,
I need a new diamond card.
These guys are brilliant. They're
Yeah.
coming along. You know what I mean? So there's loads of big companies out there that are coming. So, but again, if you're a little company, you want to shout out, just give us, hit us up. We'll shout you out. Again, it's not about all the big companies. We will shout out the little companies. We'll shout out the little makers. It's not about big makers and big companies. It's about everyone, and I wouldn't be here in my position now if I didn't have the help and support from all the maker community, So, I've got where I've got because you guys and all these people have followed me and shouted me out and helped me out. I didn't feel I've got there on my own. I just goof about on my channel, and then people stick around. Some people don't. Some people hate me, but not everyone's gonna love me.
Two more questions before we let you go, because I know your throat's probably a little bit sore there.
Yeah, exactly. When I come off, you're gonna go. Now he talks.
Yeah.
Everyone's already you're left with like one subscriber left going, I'll stick it out.
Well, that's it. We'll have no subscribers if we lose one. No, the couple of questions are the Hilton Hotel, Nick. A lot of people are saying it's closed for Maker Central. Is that a fact? It is?
It is, yeah. And we did make an announcement about that. And we also posted it on Instagram, Facebook, and it is updated on our website. So, yes, Unfortunately, the Hilton, for some strange reason, have just decided not to open and cancel all the people's bookings for various shows and decided not to open until September. So,
wonder why.
So I know it's really weird. So we phoned up the Genting, which is literally around the corner, on site. Are you open? Of course we are.
Yeah.
So we've
business
booked in there. Yeah, they're
okay.
Yeah, they're gonna do well. So I know loads of makers have rescheduled their hotel booking for the Genting. So that is the place to be. The Genting. Get there. Get yourself.
All right, I'll find a link for that and I'll put it in the show notes below, just so that people know that is where the old is going to be happening.
Definitely, yeah, it's going to be great. So that's the place where we're all going to be hanging out in there. Yeah.
Excellent. So I think that is pretty much all the questions. Everyone's just saying that it's brilliant that it's going. There was one more. Predictions for next year, Nick. Will there be one? Are you hoping there'll be one next year if this goes ahead?
I mean, we do, but what we got to try to think about is we would really love to bring the show back to May, because that is when our show was it didn't conflict with anyone else's. It was a better time for people. It was the May thing to do. So we really want to try and do that. Now, obviously, bringing May 2022 it's a bit too soon. So that there is thoughts in my head that I would like to do it May 2023, because then we can get back to May then. But so that would mean that we would have to skip a show, but it actually wouldn't actually be a whole year though, would it? Well, it would be it wouldn't actually be like two, you know what I mean, like a whole like a bit. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but anyway, what I'm saying is that I don't think we'd want to keep the August thing if we can help it.
I think May is a good time. Di from Making a Better Life, he's just asked a question: is there a charity rate for stalls at Maker Central?
I'm not sure. No, I'd have to speak to
Di,
the team.
get in touch with the team. There, email them and.
Yeah, so that's info@makerscentral.co.uk, and then they will be able to assist with that sort of stuff. I do know Makers is back though. We got lots of people in there. Al Hackshack's going to be there. He's got loads of help coming down. Crafts with Ellen, Soph, Make It Soph. They're all going to be running loads of workshops We've
Brilliant.
also got Alex Pole there as well doing blacksmithing. He's confirmed as well. You know, he's going to be doing to come along, make a nail and stuff like that. That's going to be
I think
cool.
he's going to be my neighbour.
Is he?
I think so. I think he's just the store. He's at the back, and I think I'm just across from him.
Yeah. So that's cool. So yeah, he's going to be there. So there's so many great things happening there. Podpad Studios, they're coming. They're bringing some really cool virtual reality stuff that you can sort of get into and stuff for the kids and things. So that's going to be quite cool. So yeah, loads of stuff happening there. There's, you know, and we're updating the website all the time. So keep checking the website. Definitely follow us on Instagram if you can, because we do post on there regularly about makers come in, companies come in, you know, all the things that we're doing, you know, members program, the shop, the app, all that, loads of stuff there. You know, I know some of it might be irrelevant for some people, but you know, but it's good to be on there because we are fairly active on there. We've got a good guy who posts on there regularly. So
that's brilliant. Well, listen, I think that's about it, Nick. Thank you so much for joining us. That's
that's been
brilliant. A lot of information there. Yeah, and I think summing it up basically is, if you're a vendor and you're worried, pick up the phone.
Yeah, or
if you're a punter and you've got a ticket, don't panic. It's valid. Whatever happens, and basically we're going to start a new hashtag. I think a new hashtag we can start is hashtag I'm going to Maker Central 2021.
Yeah, brilliant. And, if anyone can help us out, you know, it'd be amazing. You know, we'll have a few shout outs coming soon anyway from, you know, from makers and stuff, YouTubers and things like that. So if you know, and they're all just doing that just out of the love of coming to the show, and they've all said that they will shout it out, you know what I mean? So anything like that really helps us out, you know, because it gets people going, oh bloody hell, you know, Bobby's coming, Jimmy's coming, you know, Derek from Malden's going to be there, you know. I mean, it's, you know, it's going to be nice for them to hear that. So, you know, anyone can shout it out. Charlie the Maker, he's shouting it out, you know. So
Charlie's doing well. Subscribe to Charlie the Maker.
Subscribe to Charlie the Maker. Yeah, he's coming. So, you know, it's just brilliant. You know, just try and spread the word out there, really. And we want some positive stuff, and we want to have a really amazing show. Chestnut Products, they're coming along. You know what I mean? They're all going to be there. So, loads of people.
Yeah, I mean, I think the best thing that we can do as makers and as a community is just literally just turn up at Maker Central and make a stand against COVID and say, feck off COVID. I think that's the best thing that we can all do.
We all want to get back to normality, and we all want to try and, you know, build our businesses back up, because, you know, a lot of them have really suffered, and it's sad, you know, but everyone across the world, I think, has had real, you know, hard times with it, you know, and we have as well, you know. It's been tough for us. It's just been tough just as anyone else, you know. We're like, oh my God, we were about to do the show, and then suddenly, no, we can't do the show. And we're like, what? You know, so what are we going to do now? You know, it's like, so we've struggled through it, but we've got through it, you know, and again, that's only really due to the help from, our bank, and obviously all the other maker community. You know, they've been great, you know, and majority have been absolutely amazing. So thank you for those that have supported us and looked after us and loved us and done everything you can to help us. It is really appreciated. We might not sort of like say it as often, but honestly, it's amazingly appreciated, and we obviously love the community, and we love all you guys as well. So,
well, I think we can speak for the guys watching, and for anybody else that are likely to listen to this and watch it later on, Nick, is that I'm sure that you are very much appreciated in the community and your team, the two guys in the team, for sticking with it and not giving up. Because I know how easy it probably could have been just to say that it's too much. We're just not doing it, and you haven't. You've stuck with it, and Bula Boss to you, because
thank you.
It does take. I know. I was only a small part of UKIS when that was running, but there is so much pressure behind the scenes with everything, and it's all got to come together. But it doesn't end. That stress and pressure doesn't end until at least 2 to 3 weeks after the show's finished, when you know exactly what's come in, when you know exactly what you've got in the bank, and you know whether you've cut even or you've lost. And then it's that time when you can say, right, okay, 2022 is going to go ahead, or no, we just can't do it again. And it all depends on the punters turning up and giving you support. with
It
being
definitely
there.
does,
So.
and like I said, we've had tremendous support, and after the first show, it was such a great show. But we never made any money at all from the first show or the second show. But we had like Vetric, they were really supportive of us, and they actually
They were fantastic. Yeah,
they gave us some money to support the next show. They were like, "What?" And they were like, "Yeah, well, just let us know how much you want." And we're like, "Okay." they're like, we're like, "Okay, that's great." So that actually helped us put on the next show. So thumbs up and wow to Vetric for doing that, supporting us. They're actually one of the main sponsors for the main stage. And they're coming again this year, they've supported us loads of people have supported us, so it's been overwhelming, and we're glad that you guys have stuck with us, because otherwise I don't think we would have made it, we really wouldn't have done, so it's been great, and we're getting back on track now with a little shop running, which gives you guys some extra little discounts on tools and stuff like that. Little members program, app coming out, show going to be again. It's a good little group thing that we've got there, and I think that it's going to be brilliant. So I'm just pleased that everyone stuck by it. So thank you again.
It sounds good. It sounds great.
Yeah, so everybody, if you're not a member of Makers Central, I've got the website down below. All the information is on the website. The link is in the description below. Go visit the website. How much is it a month, Nick? I forget. It's only three or four.
Yeah,
pounds,
I think it's like 3 or 4 quid or something like that. But you get quite a lot for that. You discount off tickets. You get that we enter people into monthly draws, which winning loads of stuff that we get supported with from our companies that we work with, and then all sorts of different things that you can buy, and you'll save loads of stuff on all sorts of tools and things, not just tools but all sorts of materials and things like resin and anything, and you'll save instantly you'll save it, I mean, and there's going to be some really nice things added into the app as well, so you're a member of the app, as you're a member of Make Central, you'll have a little different icon in the app. And we're working on giving you guys some extra things within there as well, because you're a member as well, sort of thing. So we're trying to get back as much as we can.
And there's a members discount on the tickets too. Is that right? I think.
Yeah. You get a discount for the tickets, and you get early entry as well. So you'll be able to meet because normally Jimmy and all that lot will be milling around the show before everyone gets there. So you'll be able to come in at 9:30, so you can get to meet him beforehand, and all the other makers, they'll all be in there. So you get half an hour in the show early, so that's cool, and you skip the queue as well.
Brilliant. Well, I tell you, there is a queue. Believe me, folks. If you haven't been there, there is a queue.
Right outside, right outside.
Yeah.
That's a lineup for the Americans and the Canadians.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely is. Yeah.
Well, Nick, thank you very much for joining us. We'll let you get back to your wife now and go for cuddles.
Definitely. Yes. Thank you very much for letting me come on. It's really cool, and I wanted to come on just to sort of try and when I found out, obviously there was a few people worried and stuff. I didn't really want that, so the more that I can get out there I'll be doing a video as well on my channel to sort of tell people as well a bit about what we've said here as well. Probably a shorter version. Maybe.
Never, not with you.
It's only been 53 minutes and 35 seconds.
I said to my missus I was going to be 10 minutes. She was like, okay, Nick, yeah, right. But yeah, I mean, I'll do a video as well. But I just wanted to let people know that, please don't think, that we're going to make a mess of it. We're doing our best, and we will make it a really cool show. We really will. So
that's brilliant.
Great.
Thank you very much, Nick, and the best of luck with the organisation. And we'll be in touch. Hopefully, closer to the show, we'll get you back on again, and you can maybe give us an update on how things are going and stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely. No, brilliant. Thanks very much, guys. Appreciate it. Take care.
Thanks very much. Cheers, Nick.
Take care. Cheers, guys. Thanks, everyone.
Take care, mate.
Bye.
And then there was just Rob and Steve.
Rob and Steve. No, thank you very much to Nick. I hope that has cleared up. I mean, that was a lot of information. Fair play to him. I think, to be honest with you, he gave us information maybe he wasn't even supposed to give us.
Sounded like it.
I think that just goes to show how passionate he is, and just to kind of, if there was any doubt, don't doubt. You know,
Well, it
just
sounds
go
like
to the
he's
show.
doing it. It sounds like he's doing everything he possibly can to make the show a success. Obviously, some things are out of his control. The COVID situation is
Right.
global. There's not much he can do about that. And it's true, like he says, if there's vendors coming from out of country, if they're not allowed in the country, then they can't be there. It's just as simple as that.
Yeah.
So hopefully things start lightening up. Somebody was saying it's 87 days or something away. 89 days.
Which isn't long at all.
It's
especially
not, is it?
for the two people that are organising it. I would not want their job, believe me.
Is that Nick and someone, or Nick?
No,
with two
that's
others?
he has two guys
Okay.
working in the office
Missed that.
full time. I've been there. I've been on the organisation side of it. Like I said, I wasn't a huge player in the organisation of UKIS, but there's nothing fun about the organisation of it. It's a fun weekend when you get it going, and it's humbling when people actually show up and go to a show, but it's a massive amount of stress. I don't think in the first show when we were there, I don't think we ever saw, apart from the evening when the show was over and the pub was open, I don't think we ever saw Nick sitting down. He was constantly on the go. He was running around, moving stuff, getting stuff organised, getting stuff fixed, getting extra tables, he was constantly on the move. And I think he even said it afterwards that he missed the show. He missed his own show because he was just too busy.
Well, the show for him starts before the show too, right? All the setup. That's got to take a long time. And then when everybody goes home, then they got to do the cleanup too, right? I mean, I remember you posting some stuff about UKIS when you were there with the empty room at the was it the Hilton?
It was the Hilton Hotel,
so you had the empty room before you started,
Coventry.
and then Coventry, and then everybody was coming in with their tables and everything. It's a huge setup, so it's going to be interesting. If there's still a COVID situation, will there be like tarps up everywhere? That's
no, I'd say
I hope not.
From what I got from the conversation with Nick, all the stalls are obviously going to be spaced a certain distance apart. So that's not just so the stalls are spaced apart. That's so that if anybody are queuing at the stall, also have to have a certain amount of area to keep whatever distance it is at the time apart. But also you have to have a certain way of moving around the hall. It'll probably be some kind of one-way system or something.
There'll probably be arrows on the floor like everywhere else.
Yeah, because you can't have people walking head to head, coming, bumping into or touching. So I mean, hopefully, come August, we're going to be clear of it.
I hope so.
Everyone will have their vaccination. Everybody will be able to move around and talk and hug. And I'm a hugger. I like a good hug, and have a good weekend. So I mean, like I said to Nick, I think it's up to us now as the punters and myself as a vendor to show up and make it a really good weekend for him. I'm really looking forward to it. The creative van's going to be there, by the way, folks. Just a quick plug. Cheers. Oh, look, my glass magically filled up, Rob.
Cheers.
Chink. Yes. So any more questions that you might have, folks? We've got absolutely nothing else to talk about this evening. We just wanted to get that.
I kind of had Wood of the Week, but not kind of, sort of. I didn't really prepare it. I'm just going to talk about it, but
save it till next week.
Yeah,
we'll
do that.
Do that Wood of the Week till next week. We can even finish a bit earlier this evening if nobody has any questions. If anybody has any if you want to ask me and Rob questions, because I got absolutely no emails. I don't know about you, Rob, but I got no emails about you. So.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, we were supposed to get emails to interview each other. Yeah. Nobody did that. Maybe they don't have our emails.
No one gives a shit. No one gives a shit.
Do they have our emails?
Everybody knows it's templeboyturners@gmail.com. Everybody.
WoodsleySummercraft@gmail.com.
Yeah. Well, you've got about 564 Woodsley Summercraft emails, to be fair.
Thanks to an individual that made them all for me.
Wasn't me, by the way.
Will remain nameless. But WoodsleySummercraft@gmail.com is one I made, and I use it all the time.
Oh, there you go. Because you don't know how to access the rest of them, because none of the
Well,
passwords are in your little password book.
You know, it's funny you say that. It's kind of true, because this computer that we're on right now, I can only access woodsleysummercraft@gmail.com. I do have Robert woodsleysummercraft.ca. I do have sales@woodsleysummercraft.ca. I do have rasummerlin70@gmail.com. And then probably is another one too, but I've lost track now of what I just said. But I can't get the others on this computer, and I don't know why.
You're very welcome, hackers, by the way. Rob's just given you every one of his emails so that you can hack away. You
Go
enjoy
for
yourselves.
it. Have fun, because I wouldn't know the difference.
Hackety hack. Night, Die.
I got a hacksaw.
Sarah.
I got a hacksaw over there somewhere.
That's a different kind of hacking.
Oh.
What are you working on these days, Rob?
Oh, God. Okay, so yeah, I got some wood, lots of wood. Wood of the week was going to be cherry. A friend of mine had this massive cherry tree, and he wanted it cut down.
Hold on. Is that man massive or is that real massive?
The base of the cherry tree was 2 feet around.
Oh, okay. It's quite big.
Is that big for a cherry tree?
That's big. Yeah.
It's about 60 years old. Anyway, he wanted me to cut it down. I was going to cut it down, but we had a lot of rain and other stuff going on. And he ended up having his kid cut it down with one of his buddies. And they kind of hacked it, and they did cut it down. Anyway, I got some wood from that, and I have a piece somewhere. And I was working on that. But right here, I've also got some honey locust, which is beautiful wood. Honey locust. Right. Yeah, honey locust, black locust. It's very tight grain, hard wood, and it's hard. So I've got a piece down here. I just cut it on the bandsaw into a nice little circle, bowl blank, and I'm gonna rough turn that because it's still green. And I just mentioned to Steve earlier that normally when I'm drying wood, I will stick it in I'll turn it, rough turn it, throw it in a plastic bag, do the microwave, and put it back in the bag, and it stays like that for weeks, or depends how I'm doing it. But this time I've decided to try a different method, and I've got some PVA glue. So what I'm going to do is rough turn the bowl and coat the whole piece in PVA glue, and then just leave it to the elements and see what happens. Now, yesterday I did turn a rough turned a cherry bowl blank, covered it in PVA glue, left it outside last night. Half expected it to be in 2 pieces today, but it's still no cracks, like none. I was quite surprised. So cool. I'm going to turn this one, if not tonight, tomorrow morning, and I'll do the same thing. I'll coat that. This one's a bit of a bigger blank, so we'll see what happens with that too.
Well, I've got that ready to. I'm going to do something with that.
Nice. I'll show you.
I don't know. It's a piece of yew crotch, but I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. I'm kind of thinking I might do like a winged hollow form or something with it, like a big winged hollow form. I've done one before, so
this is a crotch section.
Fun with that.
That's a crotch section. There was a branch here.
What is that?
Branch there. This is honey locust.
Oh, that's the honey locust. Cool.
Yeah, beautiful wood, nice tight grain. So I just cut that myself tonight on the bandsaw.
Night Wayne, night Costco.
People are leaving.
I know Costco's name as well, and I can't remember it.
It's a mass evacuation.
Yes, because Nick left. We're not important. You and me.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Everyone just
so how many people were in the show tonight?
There's up on 40, I think. 42, okay. I think, at one point. But that, the thing is, the information's there for people to come back to now, and we can refer them to that if they have any questions. We'll put information up, and I'll put more information down in the description. All of Nick's links and all Maker Central links are down there. So, yeah. So what have I been working on? I've been working on this. I'll give you a sneak peek, but I don't want to show you too much because it is a surprise-ish for a lady, but I turn these.
I've seen the other side of one of them.
I turn these for Valerie Gilbert, Wayne Bigfooty's lovely wife, who is in a wheelchair, and these are wheelchair wheel covers
Really cool.
They're made of pine, of an old pine table. They look like this on the other side.
The other one doesn't.
But the other one doesn't. This has got. I've been practicing some airbrushing. I can give. How can I do a sneak preview without doing too
That was
much
enough right there.
Yeah. I've done some airbrushing. There's a little bit of airbrushing there. So yeah, I'm putting a design on both of them for Valerie. I hope she likes it. It's going to be a surprise for her, and I'll probably bring them along to make a central. To be honest with you, because sending them in the post, I could actually probably just throw them, but then they might just come back to me. I don't know. They're just
Well, they're not a boomerang.
No, but they're a frisbee.
Well, get your
It depends
dog
on how you
after it.
throw them. You know,
You
if
need
you
a
throw
dog
a
to bring
frisbee
it back.
straight up, if you throw a frisbee straight up, it goes.
Yeah, it comes back.
Comes back to you.
It's true.
If you put backspin. But yeah, I've been airbrushing. I've been getting better, but I've been using the chestnut spirit stains to do it. This stuff. It's okay. Gives a really nice finish. Gives kind of that. Best way to describe it is like an auto body finish, like a car finish. You know how designs on custom cars, it kind of gives that finish.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
But it's really hard to blend when you're mixing colors and stuff like that. You can mix colors, but you know. So I've actually ordered some proper airbrush paints yesterday. They should be here tomorrow. So hopefully that'll be better, because they're designed for the airbrush, and you can mix them and you use flow stuff and all that. So yeah, so that's pretty much all I've got to say for the evening. I mean, we're 20 minutes early.
23 minutes early. Yeah. That's okay.
3 minutes. What's that amongst?
That's okay.
Do you think you're going to be able to go to Makers, Rob, yourself? If you know, will you make it if COVID allows it, or is it depends on finance more than anything?
It depends on a few things, really, because if I go to England, my family's all in Luton. So
Right.
Where do I stay? If I stay in Luton, do I get a train up to Birmingham, because I won't have a vehicle? If I go up to Birmingham, obviously I would need a hotel. I would need somewhere to stay. How long am I staying? Is it 2-3 nights? I'm not sure. And then the train back to Luton, and then to London. It's not just getting to England, it's all the other traveling in between. Do you know what I mean?
You could travel to Ireland and then just come with me.
Okay, let's do that then. Let's do that. Done.
There you go. And then you
I'll
work all
get-
weekend for
I'll
me
get-
for nothing.
I'll get Woodsley to pay for it.
There you go. So Rob's coming.
It's decided. It's a business.
No, it's not
business
easy.
excursion. It's not easy.
It's not easy.
I would like to make it, but there's obviously things that might get in the way, whether that be work, family, or finances, or COVID. I don't know. We'll see.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm traveling over with Leona again this year because it makes sense. Leona's doubling direction, so I'll be heading that direction.
I'm not coming
up.
then.
Oh, well, okay. Well, that's that business deal. So up the banjacks. So yeah. So we'll be traveling over together. I want to, if I can. I don't know. It depends on Leona, obviously. It depends on finances, because it's not a freaking cheap weekend, I tell you. I would like to. I mean, the ferry's booked.
I snore on ferries.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've got the video evidence to fucking prove it. I would like to extend it into a bit of a vacay and do a road trip with a van.
No, you don't want to be in the car with us too.
I'd like to make it into, because I haven't seen my brothers for a year and a half, and obviously we lost my mum during the first shutdown of COVID, and I've not seen my brothers since. I've not laid my mum to rest. I mean, I wasn't at the funeral or any of that stuff, so I'd like to, if I can, break away, shoot off to Luton, maybe give them a big hug, give mum a hug, you know, and then head back. If I can at least do that, it'll be good. So if I could extend it a bit, I would like to, but I'm not sure how flexible the ferries and stuff like that are. If it is possible, I would like to do an extended stay and a bit of a road trip and all that.
I would like to do that too.
Yeah, but we'll see. I'm going to have the van as well, so I'm going to be pulling a van with me. So if I could leave the van, if I could arrange to leave the van at the NEC, if I could talk to them and say, look, I want to leave this here overnight or whatever and go home and then come back. But there's going to be a lot of stuff in the van, and that's a bit scary too. So, you know, it's...
Have you got an alarm on it?
Yeah. It's got state of the art. It's got state of the art alarm system. So if there's any thieves or burglars thinking of breaking into it, I wouldn't even bother, because
it's a guard dog too, right?
I actually employ a 6'7" American called Daniel, and he actually sits inside the van 24/7. I just throw him a burger every now and then and a bottle of beer, and he just sits there with his shotgun. And anyone walks in, he just kills them because he's allowed to. He's got a license to. That's
not
what
true.
happens. So,
that's not true. But okay.
So, but if you try and break into the creative van, you're going to get shot. I'm sorry. That's just the way it is. And thanks, Daniel, for giving up all your time.
Is that a paint gun?
Yeah, with a paint gun. Yeah. We don't condone violence in any way.
Violence at all? No.
No. Yeah. So yeah.
You get shot with a glass of whiskey.
No, oh God, no. No, don't give Steve whiskey.
No. Leona, why did I have to move my mic down? She asked me to move my mic down.
Because the whole time Nick was talking, you were going...
Well, why couldn't I hear that then?
Because you're breathing. You don't hear yourself in your mic.
No, I
you
can't
only hear your voice.
I can't hear myself in here either then.
No, you only hear me in your head and Nick in your head, but you don't hear you in your head.
I got voices in my head, but not mine.
Not good.
Sorry, Leona. I'll try to remember to do that.
Adam used to live in Hitchin. Yeah, many's a time we went to Hitchin.
Yeah.
Hitchin and Stevenage, there used to be an ice rink out there, didn't there? We used to go ice rinking, ice skating out that direction back in the day. Yeah. I moved over to Ireland in 99, Adam. And Rob moved to Canada in 98.
No, I didn't.
I believe.
No, I didn't. No, it was
it
right after you got married, mate.
Oh, right. 93.
We delayed it. We delayed it. If you don't remember, we waited.
92.
We waited for you to get married, and then I left. What was your wedding day? September 5th?
2nd, 92. No, 9th of the 5th. 5th of the 9th. Yeah, 92. That's it.
9th. That way. You sure?
Yeah, 9th. September.
And then 5th. I left September 12th.
That was
to go to Canada.
One. Second wife was third wife, fourth wife. Yeah, 5th of September.
5th. That's I know.
That's what I said.
No, it's not. You said the 9th.
I know. I was actually I was actually saying my wife's birthday, not her anniversary. So because I've had that drummed into my head. Don't forget it.
September 5th, you got married, mate. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
92. Who was your best man?
Simon Wyatt was my best man.
Okay. I know how it is.
We only just hooked up again.
I knew.
Though, not just before that.
No. We were like that. We were pretty tight at that point.
Yeah.
Been to Tenerife.
I didn't really like you then, to be honest.
I still don't like you.
Yeah. Fuck it. You're an arsehole.
I know.
I don't know why we bother doing this.
No, I don't know why either.
Fucking Canadians.
Potato.
Love you, Ruby.
Yeah.
Really.
See, you got to watch what you're saying.
I don't know. Give Steve a beer, he gets rowdy. Right.
Or
I think we'll call it a night because we're doing a Nick. We're rambling. Waffling.
He did have a lot to say. I'm kind of glad because
that's why he was here.
I honestly I don't know Nick that well at all. I've never met the guy, and I don't really know anything about Makers Central. I've never been to it. Steve, you've met him and everything else, so it's a lot easier for you to talk to him than it is for me. So it's best that I just sat there and listened to most of what he said.
I've actually fell out with him, made up with him, and met him in that order. So that was kind of cool. We actually had a laugh at that.
You fell in love with him and you split up with him and then you got back together again.
No, I don't believe there was any love relationship to start with. Maybe there was. Maybe it was a drunk night that I don't remember. But
hair envy, maybe.
Hair envy, because I have none. And he does.
You got more than me, Steve.
Well, that's true. Yeah, you are pretty.
I used to have good hair.
And Carol, that's right. Sorry, Carol. Love you too. Leona says it's buffering, but it's probably her computer.
I think so.
She's just. Oh no, she's still.
Yeah, Leona. You said Leona.
No, I said Leona.
Oh, okay. You sure?
Yeah, 100%.
Because I call her Leona.
I know if I call Leona anything else other than Leona.
You said it again, Leona. It's Leona, Steve.
No, I said Leona. I believe I called her. Was it Laura I called you once, Leona? Was it Laura or?
Did you get a smack?
I can't remember what I. Yeah, I can't remember what I called her, but it didn't go down very well. And she said, she.
Call me anything, but don't call me late for dinner.
Yeah, exactly. Right, let's say goodbye to everybody. Thank you very much, everybody. Everybody's disappearing anyway, so we're going to say goodnight. Thanks for joining us.
Yes.
It's been very informative. Once again, thank you very much, Nick.
Yeah, cheers, Nick.
You were awesome. And hopefully it's put everybody's mind to ease about Maker Central 2021.
Leona, seriously, come on now. She needs to get kicked out. Need to get banned for a few minutes or whatever.
That's you that does that. To
push
people,
buttons.
That's you that does that. You ban people.
I can do that.
Enough, no reason.
I can do that hands free as well.
Oh yeah, it was Fiona from Shrek. That's right. I called her Fiona from Shrek.
Oh.
Yeah, and it didn't go well.
I can imagine.
No, I think she.
I can imagine. She was a lovely person. Cartoon character.
She ignored me for quite a while after that, I believe. Yeah, but right. We'll say good night. Thank you very much, folks. We will see you.
Silence you on that one.
Yeah, we will see you next Wednesday, hopefully. Sorry about last week. Both myself and Rob were having a really shit day, and we just decided it wasn't going to happen. So it happens occasionally, as you know, because of the previous conversation we had before that. But yeah, it happens. But we will be here next week, and we'll find something else to talk about. Until then, we'll see ya on the interwebs, no doubt. Bye.
Bye.